And we begin tonight with a weather impact alert because we're going to be back in the 90s with another chance of storms tomorrow. Thanks for inviting us in. It's 11 o'clock. Angela's tracking all of this for you. So what's the timeline for the storms?
Afternoon and evening storms, much like the last couple of days. And we've been showing you that heat alert map all week long. Yep. We've been under a heat advisory since early in the week, and the heat advisory's not set to expire until later in the day on Friday. At least for now, we will keep you updated. The weather impact alerts continue due to the heat and the storms. Now through Friday, heavy storms may produce some severe wind, and we're still expecting those feels-like temperatures to be near 100. Take breaks if you can, know the signs of heat stress, and be prepared to move those outside activities inside when those storms do develop. 78 in Indianapolis right now. We have 82 in Bloomington and Bedford. Weather impact alert for tomorrow and afternoon because of the heat and those pop-up storms. I'll have the timeline in your forecast.
Angela, thanks so much. And you can monitor the heat and storms by using our WTHR weather app, which allows you to check the interactive radar and our hour-by-hour forecast right there on your phone. It's a free down. Go get it before you go to sleep tonight. You'll find it in the App Store. Safer streets and eliminating traffic-related fatalities and injuries by the year 2035. That's what the Vision Zero Task Force comes down to. Our Logan Gay was at tonight's meeting as they talked about the next steps that will get the city closer to those goals.
The Vision Zero Task Force is one step closer to making sure our streets and sidewalks are safer for pedestrians and cyclists, because for the first time, we get to lay our eyes on their proposed action plan. That plan includes 25 strategies with another 75 action items to go with them. Members say their big goals will take a lot of work. The city's first Vision Zero administrator, Leandre Level Jr., laid out a few of the top priorities.
It's going to educate the public about what Vision Zero is, that is for everyone, no matter what type of mode of transportation you're in, and it's going to be an equitable outcome for everyone. We want to improve safety for everyone.
He says people should know that Vision Zero is more than engineering.
This action plan will be data-driven by proven means and methods that we've seen other cities have done that can work and move the ball forward. We want to have measurable outcomes for safety for everyone. An automated speed technology will be really beneficial for the city of Indianapolis. That is currently not permitted by the Indiana General Assembly.
Hundreds of Hoosiers are killed in crashes and thousands more are seriously injured each year. These task force members say this plan is a tool to reducing this by 2035.
I think in modern day, the country in America, we should be able to be on our roads safely, be able to walk down the street, and be able to enjoy, go about society without the fear of, is this a safe road for me? Is this a safe road for my family?
Cyclist Carlos Lemus says he's had several close calls while riding his bike. That's why he's eager to see this plan implemented.
I think it's a very good step in the right direction. I do think that we could use a little more urgency, a little more expediency, because the more that we delay this process, the more that people are going to die.
Level says the task force will likely vote on the action plan in the fall. In Indianapolis, Logan Gay, 13 News.
Upheaval within the City County Council's Democratic caucus. Tonight, one councilor voted out, now appears to be back in. Tonight, we just got this statement from the caucus saying Councilor Krista Carlino remains a member. All of this comes just hours after one of Carlino's fellow councilors, Ron Gibson, confirmed to 13 News she had been ousted. So how did this infighting actually start? It's all connected to the investigation into sexual harassment allegations against Indianapolis Mayor Joe Hogsett's former chief of staff, Thomas Cook. Carlino chaired the committee investigating how the mayor's administration handled those claims. In a meeting last week, she called for Mayor Hogsett to resign and for the council's president and vice president to step down. Then last night, Gibson tells us they voted to remove her from the caucus in a private meeting. But now Carlino appears to be back after releasing a statement apologizing to the council and her constituents. In the statement, she says, in part, I am deeply sorry for the distractions and disruptions my actions surrounding this work have caused in the hampering of services and support I've been able to deliver to those I represent and to those who serve our city. Indianapolis and Marion County deserve better, and I will continue to show up and strive to serve with integrity. Carlino confirms tonight she is stepping down from her committee assignments. And now to the Indiana State House tonight, where lawmakers are looking ahead to the next legislative session. They just announced the topics up for discussion this summer. Those topics will include water safety education for kids, maternal mental health, and artificial intelligence.
Maybe it doesn't end up in a proposed bill for the next legislative session, but people are always going to walk away with more facts and more information about that particular subject.
This isn't just a bureaucratic exercise. The interim is when really important bipartisan work gets done. And this is the work that is happening for Hoosier families. And we are so excited that as a Democratic caucus, we were able to get some real wins.
So what's next? House and Senate leadership will now assign members to each study committee. Those committees will meet over the summer and fall. Here's a look at the other stories making headlines right now. A former Ben Davis coach just made his first appearance in court. He's accused of having sex with a 16-year-old student. 26-year-old Harrison Goss is charged tonight with child seduction as a child care worker. Tonight, Goss posted bail and is out of jail. His trial is scheduled for August. Jury just found a former Greenwood middle school teacher guilty on several counts, including child molestation. Prosecutors say 2 kids came forward accusing Shane Williams of abuse. Williams is set to be sentenced in August. Tonight, the Indiana School for the Deaf is facing $3 million in budget cuts. That's about 5%. A parent we talked to called it devastating. They've had to lay off 26 staffers, including teachers and nurses. So for comparison, most traditional public schools this year got a 2% increase in funding from the state. We asked the governor about those cuts today. He told us he doesn't think 5% is devastating on anything. There's a new initiative aimed at improving Hoosier health. Partnership for a Healthier America hosted the Good food launch on Monument Circle. Local chefs made food for people to enjoy. This nonprofit donated $10,000 in grants to several local organizations. That money will help provide fresh produce to families across our city. Remember, you can find all of our latest local stories anytime on our 13 News app.